Hello, good morning. In this series, we will walk through each of the levels that I presented during my previous videos, where we describe the features and operation of a complete solution of the Internet of Things. As highlighted, the information must be produced by a primary source that will be the foundation of our solution in this area. Firstly, we need to have, for example, in the chapter 1, I mentioned quite a few Internet of Things solution applications, from the simplest and most ridiculous as smart juice squeezer to the most important mission-critical applications such as making sure that the national electrical system runs without interruptions. The solution of the Internet of Things depends on the identified need and the capacity that we have to fulfill that need. Once we have well defined the need, it is important to identify the indicators that will allow us to monitor the performance of our Internet of Things solution by ensuring following the performance and the results that we want. These indicators are called KPIs, or Key Performance Indicators. Here we can identify indicators such as kilowatt hour per kilometer in the case of an electric car, injuries per million working hours in the case of occupational safety, speed of data transmission by number of people in one area in the case of telecommunications, and so forth. These are just 3 examples of KPIs for very specific and particular solutions. As such, there can be countless combinations in relation to the need that we want to cover and the solution we want to develop. Once we have identified our KPIs, we have to identify the variables that allow the calculation of these indicators. For example, the KPI of kilowatt hours per kilometer requires data from the amount of energy and the travel distance of the car. A KPI is built with the combination of 2 or more variables, and it is displayed in the form of a ratio. In here, it is important to define how this data will be produced. With an IoT solution, we are aiming for automation and having a constant source of data production that does not stop neither at day nor at night, that is reliable and that is constant. This is where data acquisition devices come into the picture, and we can call them sensors, the ones that are located in here. All this line is a line of sensors. It is important to highlight that each sensor is going to identify one specific variable, and then the combination of these variables is going to give us what we have called in here the KPI. So sensors and identification is really important. In summary, we have to do a first complete analysis of our needs, to identify the solution and to make a selection of the required KPIs in order to define and identify the variables. Without the latter properly substantiated, anything that we develop is going to be a waste of time, a loss of money, and a loss of resources. Without accurate KPIs, we will get irrelevant results and data that differs from what we are looking for. With this background explanation, we are now ready to start with the full description of what is needed and what is required in the infrastructure for a working solution of the Internet of Things. And this is coming in the next videos. This is, for me, time to say goodbye, and I'll see you next time.